Zensho Kada. Zensho mi dani udojo o ui igu ugan o uji I ko o kanon seishi jinja May the spiritual presence of Amida Buddha, Kannon and Seishi Bodhisattvas, and all enlightened ones, past, present, and future, permeate this hall to send forth wisdom like flower petals falling from the sky to awaken those of us gathered. Welcome. We have come together today to honor Mike's beloved wife, Linda Lamendola. I had the honor of meeting Linda during her time in hospice a couple of months ago. Our visit started with some resistance and ended with tears and hugs. Her love of Mike, her precious dogs, and nature was deeply felt. She was a truly kind and loving person, but very afraid of passing from this world and leaving her loved ones. So here we are in this very important moment to help relieve her fears and ease her transition and rebirth in the Pure Land, the land of bliss manifested by the primal vow of Amida Buddha over 5 kalpas ago. Amida is the Buddha of infinite wisdom and compassion, and he welcomes her there. Linda will find peace in the realm of Pure Land where there are no obstacles to understanding. There's infinite wisdom and joy. Rebirth there ends the long cycle of births and deaths. It relieves all suffering. It awakens the Buddha nature inside of us all. Linda is not suffering. Amida's grace extends to all sentient beings. May Linda easily transition to the Pure Land, and may Amida Buddha's embrace of compassion and wisdom hold her safe. Namo Bus, Namo Bus. We will now hear a benediction to honor Linda from her husband, Mike.
I want to thank everyone that contributed to Linda's ease of suffering. They showed true compassion. The people at the hospice, even the people after hospice, the Neptune Society, treated Linda with dignity, respect, and love. I felt it. I want to also acknowledge the two people sitting over here for their complete and utter compassion. I looked up compassion. Compassion is recognizing another person's suffering, but more than that is the consciousness to try to alleviate that suffering. That's the difference between compassion and empathy. Linda and I met a few short years ago and got to know each other very quickly. Within a matter of 8 days, we were joined in marriage. And then the learning starts. And I'm still learning. But here's what I have found at the end of her journey. My wife didn't teach me how to be a man. That's by birth. But what I have learned is how to be a better human being. I walk comfortably now in that knowledge that she brought me. Linda was an innocent child of this world. I had 2 words to describe my wife, and those 2 words are nature's nurse. By that I mean, when we planted a garden and started feeding the animals that visited, she took the time and the effort to make sure that everything thrived, no matter what their condition or what their state. She wanted to bring life to a plant, to a bird, even the mustangs that travel through our property. That was Linda. That is Linda. And she instilled that in me. She loved the flowers in the garden, which are coming. So I have to thank her teaching. I can only say that she's in the Buddha's arms now. And because we had such a short courtship, that we must have known each other previously and we'll know each other again. And that's my sincere hope that I do. We were very private people living out in the country at this elevation and thriving, just the 2 of us. When she became ill years ago, with a condition. They required her to give up the food that we loved and change diets completely. There was no hesitation, only acceptance. When we arrived back at our home, we discarded what was necessary, which was most of what we had, food-wise, and immediately she dove into purchasing the food, looking up the recipes, and beginning a new adventure of what she loved the most, cooking. And I thrived on that. I walked hand in hand and step by step with my wife. I have to say that when we started, I was over 200 pounds and not doing very well health-wise myself. With that knowledge that she gained and the cooking that she did, I lost 25% of my body weight. And I'm as vibrant now, even though she's not with us, as I ever was. So thank you, dear. And thank you. I hope all find peace.
Thank you, Mike. Be careful. We will now chant a sacred sutra as you can offer some incense while we do this. The Sutra of No Regrets. Sansege. Gagon Shosegan. Ishimu Jodo Shigan Fumanzo Seifun Joshoga Gao Muryogo Fui Dai Seishu Fusai Shobingu Seifu Joshoga Gashi Jobudo Nyosho Chojipyo Kukyo Mishomon Seifu Joshoga Ryoku Jinshonen Choe Shubongyo Shigu Mujodo Isho Tenin Shi Jinriki Endaiko Fusho Musaido Shoujo Sankumyo Kosai Shuyakunan Kaihichi Egen Meshi Konmoan Heisoku Sho Akudo Tsuda Zen Shumon Koso Jomanzo Iyoro Jipyo Nichigatu Shujuki Tenko Onfugen Ishu Kai Hozo Koseku Dokuho Jo Dai Shuju Sepyo Shishiku Yo Isaibu Kusoku Shutoku Hon Kanne Shijoman Toku Isangayo Nyobu Mugechi Tsurami Fusho Gangaku Eriki Toshi Saisho Son Shigan Yakoka Daisen Okando Koku Shotenin To U Chin Yo Ge Namandabu 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 Kanishi kudoku byodo seisai dohon bodaishin ojoan rako. White ashes.
I want to share a reading from Renyo Shonin on white ashes. When I deeply contemplate the transient nature of human life, I realize that, from beginning to end, life is impermanent, like an illusion. How fleeting a lifetime. Who in this world can maintain a human form for even 100 years? There is no knowing whether I will die first or others, whether death will occur today or tomorrow. We depart, one after another, more quickly than the dewdrops on the roots or the tips of the blades of grasses, so it is said. We may have radiant faces in the morning, but by evening we turn into white ashes. Once the winds of impermanence have blown, our eyes are instantly closed, and our breath stops forever. Then our radiant face changes its color. The attractive countenance of peach and plum blossom is lost. Family and relatives will gather and grieve, but all to no avail. Since there is nothing else that can be done, they carry the deceased out into the field. And then, what is left after the body has been cremated and has turned into the midnight smoke is just white ashes. Words fail to describe the sadness of it all. Thus, the ephemeral nature of human existence is such that death comes to young and old alike, without discrimination. We must all quickly take to heart the matter of the greatest importance, our next life, and trust ourselves deeply to Amida Buddha, the wisdom and compassion of this universe, and recite the Nembutsu. Humbly and respectfully, Renyo Shonin, 1462, Common Era.
In the Buddhist view, the dissolution of what makes us up, the 5 aggregates of form, sensation, perception, mental formation, and consciousness. The causes and conditions of Linda's life here have ceased. Now we focus on her next birth in Amida Buddha's Pure Land, a land of ease, clarity, and understanding. With the help of Amida's attendant, dear Bodhisattva Kannon, she is guided through the otherwise difficult and confusing stage of the bardo, or the doorway state, the days of where she will find her next home, of the mind stream we knew as Linda, and that's determined. It will be easy and simple for Linda with Kannon as her guide. We know in our hearts that the compassion of the Buddha will immediately guide her to the Jodo, the Western Pure Land, where she will have birth. There she will see clearly reality as it is and be able to direct her next birth back to the 6 realms. She will be uniquely equipped to help sentient beings finally escape the cycles of births and deaths. her life experience will benefit countless sentient beings in the future. Let's share a special wish for Linda. May all beings be happy. May you be free from harm. May you receive boundless compassion. And may peace and harmony fill your heart.